Year 8, Elements, Mixtures and Compounds, Week 1. What is the difference between an element, a mixture and a compound? Materials can be put into groups in many different ways. We could group materials as metals and non-metals. Materials like copper and gold are metals because of their properties. They conduct heat, they conduct electricity, they are shiny, they are dense, and they are flexible. We can also group materials according to how their particles are arranged. In the theme Classifying Materials in Year 7, the idea that all materials, solids, liquids and gases, are made of particles was explored. These particles are either atoms or molecules. The pictures below try to put across the idea of atoms in solids. There are many different atoms. In the natural world there are about 100 different types. There are iron atoms, gold atoms, oxygen atoms, chlorine atoms, etc. All of the different types of atom that exist are listed in a chart called the periodic table. There are many more types of molecule. Molecules are formed when atoms join together. Two oxygen atoms join together to form an oxygen molecule. In most materials, it is atoms of different elements that join together. Two simpler examples are carbon dioxide and water. A carbon atom and two oxygen atoms join together to form a carbon dioxide molecule. Two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom join together to form water. When a material is made of only one type of atom, it is known as an element. Aluminium is an element. The picture below is a model of the atoms in a tiny, tiny, tiny speck of aluminium. It is good to remember that this is a model. Models are useful to help us understand things. In reality, atoms are not really round, hard, coloured balls. It is also worth remembering that a piece of aluminium about the size of a 2p coin would be made of more than 1,000 million atoms. That is, many, many more atoms than there are people on Earth. When a material is made of molecules containing two or more different atoms, it is known as a compound. Salt, sodium chloride, is a compound. The picture below is a model of the molecules in a tiny, tiny, tiny speck of salt. It is made of atoms of sodium and chlorine. Each sodium atom is joined to one atom of chlorine. There is a pattern. Many materials are mixtures. They are either mixtures of elements, like brass, mixtures of compounds, like salt dissolved in water, or mixtures of elements and compounds, like air. In a mixture of elements, the atoms of the different elements in the mixture can come apart easily. In a mixture of compounds, the molecules of the different compounds in the mixture can come apart easily. As a result of this, there is always a way of separating the elements or compounds in a mixture. The picture below is a model of the atoms in a tiny, tiny speck of brass.